it would be really special if you're comfortable. Everyone would love to hear if you could read a piece of your own poetry. That would be spectacular.
I would love to.
Yeah, so you can even sing if you want to. We'll sing together.
Okay, so the title of this piece is What is My Name? And it goes like this. Before I could fully learn how to say my name, I was acquainted with shame. It was the undertone in every nursery rhyme, a prefix in the title of my story, and I suckled on it, like a newborn to a mother, until it furnished my DNA with identity, the woman that claimed to love me, held me by the jugular, and shoved trauma-bloodied words in my mouth, forced them down my throat, and reflex made me swallow. She taught me that my body was an abandoned temple, rejected by the one who made it, as if God makes mistakes or he embedded a question mark in me and forgot to proofread before publishing. Rotten, broken, poorly written was the artificial remaining of this body. And what do children know about language and identity? They swallow anything, regurgitate, chew, chew and chew until it becomes a part of them like a metaphor. I was a skilled reader. My eyes knew to identify others like me in shows like The Ugly Duckling, Ugly Betty, Hunchback of Notre Dame before I could spell my name. I knew how to read the room, and every expression was a letter emailed to memory, an indication that I was indeed a rotten poem. And there were days where I attempted to erase myself. I begged God to squeeze me and throw me to the back like a rotten piece of literature. Now, I wonder how a child can recognize stigma before her own potential. Isn't that another way to forcefully deflower a girl? Feeding her torn pages of a forced narrative, of a single story, overdosing on a false narrative before she can even dance through the ABCs, convincing her that you are what you eat. After putting her on a myopic diet, blinding her little eyes from the Shakespearean light within her, with question marks dangling all over her head and induced amnesia to make her forget. How do I rewrite the encyclopedia of a now-grown woman? Retract the vocabulary, set fire to the history. How do I tell her that the reflection in the mirror isn't hers? That it's only but a literary mirage written when mother was more focused on spare the rod and spoil the child to see? That someone else was authoring her daughter's life. How do I convince her that she is poem enough, light enough, loved enough? She is poem enough, light enough, loved enough. Give me a backspace button to undo the writing. Your body is not broken. Those legs are not rotten. Let's change the front page and the front cover. Let's show her that all her poetic graces, alliteration in crooked places, metaphors and paradoxes make her temple enough for holy dwelling. Banish the heathen thoughts. Shh. Let's tell her that she is exactly what God intended for beauty to look like, and watch her become a poem that remembers itself, a fine being, born again from the dying embers.
I'm speechless. It was absolutely beautiful, Pelemo. That is, the words in that